There are moments in life when anger feels like fire in your chest. It burns your throat, it clouds your mind. It pushes words out of your mouth you don't mean, and yet, once spoken, they cut like knives you can never pull back. And afterward, you're left standing in the ashes, staring at the damage, whispering, "Why did I let it control me?" But here's the promise: anger does not have to destroy you. It can be mastered. It can even be turned into power. There once was a young man named David. He was 24, a hard worker, strong, determined, but easily set on fire. One insult could light him. One small mistake from someone at work could make his blood boil. He would slam doors, raise his voice, storm out of rooms. At first, people said, "He's just passionate." But soon, his anger became a storm that touched everything. At his job, his boss kept a cautious distance. At home, his younger sister stopped telling him her problems, afraid he'd explode. And in his relationship, the woman he loved began to pull away. David's nights were filled with regret. The echo of his own shouting rang in his ears. He replayed the faces of people he hurt. His heart was heavy with guilt. Yet still, the next day, the fire would return. And again, he would lose control. One evening, after an argument with his girlfriend, she looked at him with tears in her eyes and said, "David, I'm not afraid of life with you. I'm afraid of your anger." Those words pierced deeper than any blade. That night, David left his apartment and walked. The city lights blurred in his eyes. The noise of traffic felt like thunder. Inside, he was crumbling. He thought, maybe this is who I am. Maybe anger owns me. But then, as he sat in a quiet park, an old man appeared, an elderly stranger feeding pigeons from a small bag of seeds. The man noticed David's heavy face and said simply, "Son, you look like you're fighting a fire inside." David, desperate, replied, "I can't stop it. Anger destroys everything I touch. I don't know how to fight it." The old man gave a slow smile, his eyes calm, steady. And with a voice soft but firm, he spoke truths David never forgot. "Anger is a guest," he said. "If you open the door, it will walk in, but you decide if it stays. Anger is fire. Left wild, it burns houses down. But placed in a lamp, it lights the way. Words spoken in anger are arrows. Once shot, they cannot return. Aim carefully. Silence is not weakness. Silence is water. It cools the flame. Every second you hold your breath instead of exploding, you build strength no gym can give you. Peace is not the absence of anger. Peace is the mastery of it." David listened. The truths cut through his chest like fresh air entering lungs. They were simple but powerful. For the first time, he felt that maybe, just maybe, he could fight back. From that night on, David began to practice. The next time he felt anger rising, he stopped. He closed his eyes. He breathed in deeply and whispered to himself, "Anger is a guest. I decide if it stays." At work, when a coworker made a mistake, he clenched his fist, but then released it. He chose silence, and later, his coworker thanked him for his patience. At home, when his sister forgot to clean up, he remembered the lamp. Fire can burn, but it can also light. He spoke gently, and she hugged him instead of running away. With his girlfriend, the changes were hardest. She had seen too much of the storm. But slowly, day by day, his calm became real. One evening she said, "You're different now. Stronger. Softer. I can breathe around you again." That was the moment David knew anger no longer controlled him. He had turned the fire into light. So, my friend, maybe you too carry this fire inside. Maybe you've burned bridges with words you regret. Maybe your storm has made others afraid to come close. But remember, you are not your anger. You are the master of it. Hold it. Shape it. Let it light your path, not destroy it. Like this video, subscribe for more real and life-changing stories every day, and share this with someone who needs to hear. Anger is a guest. You decide if it stays.